The PS5 Slim, a long-rumored model of the model of Sony's PS5, has recently been showcased in video footage. However, an industry insider, Tom Henderson, who previously leaked the existence of the PS5 Slim, claims the new model isn't as slim as many expected. Now, I'm gonna do the PS5 is a big boy. This is a very big boy.
Yes,
It's a
absolutely huge.
It's like I've seen micro ATX PCs that are smaller. The
Yeah,
Commodore one that we saw at Retcon or whatever it was.
yeah, yeah. 64 one, yeah.
Yeah, that was a damn sight smaller. But it's interesting because at the moment we've got kind of people are kind of probably expecting like the size of a PS3 Slim maybe or a PS4 Slim. And it looks like it's a bit bigger. Sorry, I forgot to put the image up on screen there. So this is what we got. So given the size of it, it looks actually.
Is that
I
still
actually
bigger
really,
than a, is that still bigger than a PS3? Do you think
I think it's the same size as a PS3 Slim.
a PS3
It's
Slim, not a PS3
no,
Fat,
not fat.
the
No, I
original?
think it's the same as the PS3 Slim. I think it's as fat as a
Okay.
PS3. The Pro, I think, is exactly the same size. Do you know what? The more I look at it, the more I actually like it, which is weird because when I first looked at it, I was like, and it's weird. It's like the F-35. It's kind of growing on me. I'm going to call it Sally. But yeah, it's oh, these are fan renders. Oh, mother puss bucket. They're not even real.
Mm,
Damn, I
yeah,
should read the thing. Right, okay, hang
yeah.
on a second. The people who've done the fan renders, you've done a really good job because I really like those fan renders. They're fantastic fan renders. All right, I will say that they're fantastic fan renders because they are. So we've got the fan renders versus whatever the reality is. So what are your thoughts on the size of it? Even though that's not the size of it we're looking at.
Well, see, what we haven't got there is the size of the current PS5 in
Yeah,
relation to the PS5 Pro.
yeah.
So, is that the same size? And then they've just slimmed down with the Slim?
I don't know because the other thing too is
It's
rumors of a
just too big.
detach. I know rumors of a detachable disk drive.
But why?
So,
Why do you want to do that?
so you can sell a PS5 Slim digital and then just buy a disk drive if you want a disk drive. Sounds weird.
Okay, so you buy a digital, but it's got the space for you to attach the
Yeah,
drive
disk
if you
drive.
want to afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know if I see the. I don't know if I see the point.
I, part of me is like kind of.
Gives you the option, I suppose.
I
Yeah,
like the option. I love the option of being able to grow something. That's a great thing about PCs. Yeah, is that you
yeah.
do have the option
Mess around
to
with
grow
it,
it like
change
that. Yeah,
cases, change components.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you
So
can
so
change the drives in them as well, can't
yeah.
you? Unlike Xbox.
Yeah, so it's like in comparison with the digital edition, even having a detachable disk drive, it's challenging to envision what the PS5 Slim being much smaller than the original digital edition. It's going to be smaller. One of the reasons I say it's going to be smaller is that copper heatsink is on the original was huge. One of the things they wanted to do is make sure the thing was quiet and cool, and they put a butt ton of copper into it to make it work. Um,
Which is going to bump your price up straight away.
which is yeah, straight away.
Hmm.
Um, but it's like kind of the launch rumors suggest that the PS5 Slim will be launched this year, even though Microsoft is reportedly anticipating it's. That's what even Microsoft's anticipating its release. Sony might soon provide an official details on the model. So I think with the leak might push it. There are some bits of footage online of someone filming somewhere. I don't want to put it up in case we get struck. I've been very good with copyright strikes on this channel, and I'd like to keep it that way. And Sony, especially when they had The Last of Us Part 2, um, were quite vicious in this text. But yeah, Sony's recently discounted the PS5 hardware too, so they may be discounting it to clear out the stock. So they clear out the stock so they can get the new models in. And Sony are always quite good when it comes to making these models because they'll get it and then they'll manage to make it much more efficient. they'll reduce the amount of chips required into it. They'll reduce the amount of copper required into it. They'll reduce the amount of stuff required into it, and make it small. So the example I always give is the Seamus Blackley, who was the architect on the Xbox. He always marvelled at what they did with the PS1, because the first version of it, I think, had 100 and something chips in when you first got it. The next version had like 60. The next version had 30, and the final version, that little tiny one thing, had a single chip in it. Yeah, because they managed to get it down to that way. And he said that was something amazing that they've done, that they always wanted to do with this. And I imagine something like this is going to come too. So I'm hoping there's going to be another price drop for the Slim. It should be. So it should be slightly less than what the PS5 currently is at.
Well,
And
you
then
would think so, yeah.
you hope so, yeah. But we don't know.
So do we know that? Do we know if when the Slim comes out, it just won't have a drive, and you've got to buy it separately, or are they going to package one together as well? Do we know that?
I have no idea. But they've got to release something official, because at the moment we're all dealing with rumours and some
Yeah,
pocket footage that some guy has done in the
yeah.
in the centre that they're designing it. So a Twitter user, BWE, described the PS5 Slim as being around 5 centimeters shorter than the standard model. The design includes a less curved Blu-ray drive, dual CSB, USB-C ports on the front, and a unique embossed symbol on the rear. So, I like the idea. I do like the idea. But hey, and then we've got the PS5 Slim with its detachable drive represents a new direction for Sony's gaming console. While it might not be as slim as expected, its unique feature makes it a design choice for a noteworthy addition to the PlayStation family. Do you want to add anything to that?
Well, what I was going to say was because I haven't got a PS5. I know you've got a PS5. Has it got a badge on the front of the
No,
console? Oh, it
no,
hasn't.
no, it isn't
Because
bad.
yeah, I was just wondering because depending on which orientation you have it, horizontal or vertical,
Hmm.
with the PlayStation 2,
Mm.
you could change the badge around, couldn't you?
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, I like that. And you just swap it over to match whether it was upright or
Yeah,
not.
so
Yeah,
I wondered
I
if
was
they were
quite
going to
stickler.
add that kind of feature again, but I suppose it's a little bit more work, isn't it?
It's one
But
of those things.
it'd be nice,
Would be
but
nice.
yeah, I like the idea of a Slim. I think we've all been waiting for a Slim because they've done a Slim with every model so far, haven't they? Even the
Mm.
PlayStation 1 had a smaller version.
Yeah.
So we knew it was going to go down this road. Are they going to change any of the specs? I wonder.
Well, the thing is because of the way the chips work, the chips are going to be cheaper.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they'll probably keep the specs roughly the same.
So
So
you
it'll
don't
probably
think there'll be
be
more expansion space, or
the hard drive space. So I imagine that
yeah,
you'll get a full terabyte of storage on the Slim and two, maybe four on the Pro.
you need to start knocking up on those numbers now because it's way out of line for modern PCs, isn't it?
Mm.
Way out of line. I mean, 1 terabyte now, it's nothing.
Considering that you got bloody, was it Warzone at 100 gigabytes plus? That's
Yeah.
quite a popular game. So yeah. Anyway, with
Mm.
that, I think we'll move on to our next story.